All right, everyone. My apologies for that. I have absolutely no idea what happened. All of a sudden, I was on a different internet connection, and then it fell out and lagged off, and I'm not exactly sure what fucking happened there. It wasn't YouTube, though. It affected my computer directly, so it had nothing to do with YouTube specifically. So for people thinking that they fucked me in the ass, no, they didn't, actually. For once, actually. Unfortunately, that means this stream will be shorter than normal, and it really fucking pisses me off because now all of those super chats, I'm sorry, but they won't be visible for people. And that pisses me off greatly because people, they fucking give me $20, then your super chat should still fucking be there. Need a lot more caffeine to deal with this shit. Oh, I should probably pause myself over on Rumble. It's just me drinking the energy drink. All right, that makes me more happy. Anyway, I'm sorry for that. I'm glad that people are still tuning in. The Wasted Bonehead, good evening from the grave. A little extra for your trouble. Thank you very much. Apparently, I've got some significant ones. Sebastian Monroe, Trump wins. TDS, this is why Trump is losing. Rob, rip to your kidneys. They don't have any problems, trust me. I'm perfectly healthy, despite the fact that I pound myself with poison all day long. Breon Christ says clonk over on Rumble. Yeah, I do. I apologize to anyone that donated before. I have no clue what happened, actually. I don't know. All of a sudden, it just dropped out, and the computer actually restarted. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it didn't update anything or anything like that. Probably Windows just doesn't want me telling the truth about politics. That would make sense. They're trying to force me to use Windows 11 maybe, or some other retard platform. No, thank you. I've got Windows 10 on this one, but I've blocked all the telemetry with a registry editor. And so I've prevented it from doing stupid things, basically. Trust me, these days, Windows Update, it'll fry your computer. It won't even work anymore. Jason Lane, it's okay, Sticks. Interneting is hard. We understand. Sec. What do fuck? Your computer took offense at your claim it never displays the correct time, so it said, lick my capacitors, and died. Mike Ross, I found out today that muscle milk can be used as creamer for black coffee. Caffeine and protein with low calories. It's delicious. Almost hot cocoa. Someone should make and label it Cafe Clank. I'm not going to do coffee, although I have thought about growing a shit ton of extra chamomile and selling it as tea. The Comancheros, howdy. Anton gave us a shout out after we visited his shop, and I just now caught you live. I sent some links via Twitter DM. Heavy and Western forever, Clank. By the way, again, because now, nobody who sees this stream after it's live is going to see the other part. Official prediction, Donald Trump wins easily in the primary. We're sticking around mainly to see how much he wins by. Is it more than 70? Is it less? Is it more than 75? Then we've got to look at the Dem side and see the uncommitted votes. And I have encouraged everyone, if you are in Michigan, you've got 20 minutes left to vote. Go and take a Dem ballot. Get in line. They can't turn you away once you're in line. Go rush out there, abandon the goddamn stream, and take a Dem ballot and vote uncommitted. Mike the Wapo O, does that mean I get my money back? Actually, I don't know. I don't know how YouTube works on that. I've never successfully sent a super chat. They won't let me. Atomic Force Gaming, glad you are back. Keep clanking on. Always. The Dashing Rogue, Birdman, what are your thoughts on Russia? Do you think we will all have a boy who cried wolf scenario? Also, MAGA communism. Thoughts? MAGA communism does not exist. It's a grift, specifically by that one bastard out there who basically he makes his living making crazy claims. Hinkle, I think, was the one. Is it Hinkle? I can't remember if it's Hinkle or not. But the idea is just to make money. He's a good capitalist, actually. Sticks, you must be my necromancer. I got COVID the other day, and so did you. Coincidence? I think not, says Wasted Bonehead. Buck Konishi, hey Sticks, greetings from New Hampshire. Ah, excellent, free state. That's where I was born. How do you like the AR? By the way, you're my first super chat. It's really, really nice, but I've still got to put the sights on it, of course. and a couple of other things. Actually, I was going to say, I realized that I was wrong initially. I said that the stock should be shorter. It actually needs to be longer, but the main thing is because of the proportions of my body, it needs to be dropped down. Like the stock should be a couple of inches lower in order for me to comfortably carry it. The length is fine. It's extendable, which at first I did not know because I'm mainly a handgun user. But yeah, if anyone has any good recommendations for stocks where they like from the side of the gun, they would like go down and then out or something like that, drop down an inch or two, I'd be real appreciative. Mr. Raz Lion, Wasted Bonehead is the level of clank to which I aspire. Clank on, Wasted. Don't let Sigil hear you. Dat Pie over there. Got WWE NXT JV League tonight because once again, Trump's winning, duh. But I'll be here for the analytics. Looks like Nikki's boy toy of the week is in Michigan. Samantha Winter, what are your thoughts on the airman that self-immolated in front of the embassy? Surprised you didn't make a video. People have been doing that for a long time, and because I do not have really a particular thought on the Gaza/Israel thing, it's just another person burning themselves to death for no reason. It's not going to change anything. Secret Agent Tao, happy to be here. I started following you after you were on Timcast IRL a week or so ago. You are entertaining yet informative. Thank you very much. Great time on Timcast, by the way. Yeah, I mean, my first sight of Tim was him riding his motorbike into his fucking living room. He's a fun dude. Then he went off, he shakes my hand and says hello briefly, and then he goes off to shoot pool and stuff like that. He's a very, very eccentric dude, very high energy. You wouldn't believe it. He's hilarious. His reactions are hilarious. Brendan the Smith, Sticks, check out Burgum. He fits the VP list and not running for re-election. Plus, he's fixed his state's economy and has social reforms that actually work. Doug Burgum probably is on the list. He's just not talked about much. Kenthis 15. Don't get a lower stock, buy an optics riser. Yeah. Alamandorius, hello. Hey, Sticks, you know, this medium lets us connect with creators in a more personal way. I had to catch myself today from thinking, I wonder what my buddy Sticks will be talking about tonight. That's strange, isn't it? Sorry. No, it's not. I know the fucking feel. I love, sometimes I go on other creators' live streams too and say weird shit mainly. It's pretty fun. Agronath 1. Hi, Sticks. Forget that charcoal dirt. That guano is the best fertilizer there is. Yeah, but can it remain in the soil for 100, 200 years? Me thinks not. You are effing not sent $1. No comment. Thank you very much. By the way, before I get to any more, we have merch links here. We've got a fifth partner now. Merch partners. First, we've got Pumpkin Fire Crafts. New website, by the way. Link in the description, of course. I didn't pin my books thing at the top. Fuck it. Who gives a shit? Pumpkinfirecrafts.us. You can get amulets. That's what I call them. As well as bookmarks and so forth. Sticks, Hex, and Hammer branded. You can get belt chains and so forth as well. Keychains. BiltongUSA.com or AntonsUSA.com. Number one, you can get good meat. I ate half a bag of the Carbonasi earlier while I was charcoaling, and it's on a different level. You wouldn't understand if you ate manly. And I'm not the most manly man out there, but I can still goddamn appreciate that fucking sweet meat. Nice pork beef mix. And also some Sticks merch. You can get mugs and so forth. Wicked Needle Embroidery.bigcartel.com. You can get Sticks, Hex, and Hammer hats from them, as well as other products. Heritage Heirloom Seed Company.com, where you can get survival buckets. You've got prototype soaps that are going to become available. I don't know about the timeline there, but they did send me some. They smell really good. When that is online, I am definitely going to be promoting them because, yeah, it's really good. Really high quality. As in, you could put that in the hippie shop soap. As in, hipsters would pay a lot of fucking money for that shit. But it's homemade. It's from goat's milk. Then we also have websterswares.com/sticks-wares. Products coming soon, but you can go to websterswares.com anyway, and they've got some stuff. A lot of Trump stuff. So like the flag behind me. Some of the hats that I've worn, those are all from Webster's Wares. So yeah, we've got 5 merch partners now, all small businesses. I fucking love it. This is the life. You get free shit, you get a little bit of money, and then you get to shout out people that are genuinely talented as opposed to be like fucking corporations and shit like that. Actually talented people that are trying to make a living and actually make a good product. Glad to work with you all. Rebelx88. How is the paperwork, etc.? Well, transatlantic. There is none. I don't know exactly what you mean, actually. Stormblood 20. Indiana just kicked off an anti-establishment candidate off the Senate ballot. John Rust was running to replace Jim Banks. Well, that sucks. Secret Agent Tal. Real quick before I go, since I'm new to you, what are your honest predictions about 2025? Have a good night. I think in this subsequent election, Donald Trump will be reelected. I do not know what's going to happen with the Senate and the House. It's too far out to judge that. But based on all the polling I'm seeing, Trump has a real good chance of being reelected. He also has a real good chance of being nonstop obstructed for at least 2 years. So please keep that in mind, people. He's not going to be your God Emperor. He's going to do his best, but sometimes it's going to piss you off because he's going to have to slow walk things. Let me check this really quickly. Yeah, we don't have any. We're still about 13 minutes out from any results. We're just shooting the shit. I had to restart the goddamn stream. You are effing nuts. Substance 2014. Charlie Kirk said Haley's plan is to see how she fares against Trump now, but will run no labels ticket to take votes away from Trump. Analysis. She'll be taking votes away from Joe Biden, not from Donald Trump. At this point, anyone in the Republican Party who is still Team Haley is a TDS sufferer and would never vote for him anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. Literally makes no difference. She's taking money from Biden right now by still being in the race, which I find very amusing. These people don't understand strategy. Gob Gonson. Can you recommend a good brand of corpse wax for polishing one's phylactery? My undead thralls keep smudging mine. Talk to Wasted. Wasted Bonehead. Yeah, he's who you need to talk to. Sticks, I need to clear something up. I will not vote for Joe Biden while I am brain dead. Even I'm not that stupid is. Yeah. So we've got a dead person who's not going to vote Democrat. Chad Scott. Sticks, there's an interesting channel that broke down Fannie Willis' body language during her insane courtroom testimony. She's obviously the product of DEI. Yeah, but we all know that. We don't need to study body language for that one. Rick Rod 95. If Trump gets convicted on any of the sham charges, how much would it sway the NPC vote away from him? Not one goddamn iota. He's already been found guilty on one of those cases. Did it affect anything? No. There's your clue. It won't do anything. They're hoping that it will. It might backfire and do the opposite and actually get him more support. Justin Kaffenberger. Watch what happens with the uncommitted. I live in Michigan and the Muslims are pissed. Yes, indeed. Joe Biden's fence riding with regards to Israel v. Palestine has caused a number of Democratic lawmakers in Congress included, like Rashida Tlaib, I think is one of them, Elon Omar, I think, to tell Michigan voters they should vote uncommitted as a protest against him. And then there are, of course, people that'll just take the ballot and do that anyway. We're 10 minutes out from getting preliminary results. I expect both of the races to be called instantaneously within the first minute or two. So we'll basically be staying on long enough to get a little bit of the differential. Senor Faces. If Trump wins or loses, you'll release Fumo plushies. Nope, never a plushie. I am not a grifter on that level. Although I did win a grifty, but I can't show it off yet. The award ceremony has not happened. Daphne Peacock, I wish you read the super chats on Timcast. I wrote a good one, but Tim didn't read it. I said, this is my favorite crossover episode. My apologies, but I mean, he gets so many super chats, he can't read them all. So, yeah, it becomes a problem. I have that same problem myself. I'm all backed up at the moment. Not a banned account. What happens if Biden honk wins election 2024? I'm thinking at this point that's unlikely, but if it happens, it happens. We'll see what happens. Nye BSFP. Why is nobody suing the Democrats for everything they're suing Trump for? You have to actually get a court willing to take up the case. Most of these people reside in D.C., which is solid blue. Stephen C0470. When live stream with, Adam Green. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have anybody aboard the show. I got to get Sleazy back aboard. A couple days ago to go live. Actually, there's a debate that I'm doing on Break the Rules with Lev Polyakov. Johnny Cash, how do you argue against left-leaning persons who argue about California economy being a great thing and Trump's housing discrimination? I tell them to fuck themselves. I don't bother to debate them at this point. They're not going to see the light. Who gives a fuck? Somi Pekele. Greetings from Holland and Zealand of West Michigan. We are of 1830s Dutch stock, and we teach old 1860s Dutch at our colleges. Ah, yes, the Dutch are pretty cool. You'd be surprised how fucking base the Dutch can be. I like the Netherlands. Yeah, I spent 4 years there for a reason. It's not because I didn't like it. Bitter ballin' is great. Croquette is basically the same thing. That's also great. And I like Haring. I don't understand why people don't goddamn like it. It's just like a gelatinous fish, herring, literally. I don't know if it's raw or kind of raw. And it's served with pickles and onions. Yeah, it's actually great. If you get it from the right place, of course. The Kiefer 522. Wise men once say, you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but never wipe your friends on back of sofa. Yeah, there are several variants of that one. You can tune a piano, but can you tune a fish? Jeff Reese, Fanny and Letitia, mud wrestling. Oh my God. And the bulimia begins. Alex Bogey, Eastern Bloc is a dark mirror of Western Bloc. In Russia, people blame the CIA. In USA, people blame Putin. Only reason I like East was it was less woke. But they export the wokeness to the West. It's a whole problem. Heritage Heirloom Seed Company over on Rumble. Styx wanted everyone to know the soap site is up and going. If you don't see the scent you like, just let me know. I have a lot to upload still. eldermoonsoapcompany.com. So I will be heavily promoting that because that soap smells really, really great, and I can't wait to use it, and I'll probably do that in the morning tomorrow because I did charcoaling today, and I'm still covered in pine pitch, and I need a good scrubby. Murph Tiger, Styx, I can't wait to buy the new book, The Prostitution Rests, a memoir by Fannie Willis. My apologies. Still getting over that cold. Heraclius 610, are you familiar with the Will to Power Stancil election? If not, please investigate and his comment section and make a video about it. It's hilarious. I know what Will to Power refers to. I haven't heard of that one, though. I'll have to look it up. Trip Boom, that crispy party in D.C. We need to get them to have more bonfires. Lady Killdragon, greetings from Missouri. Just ordered from some Trump hats from Webster's Wares. Excellent. Swamp Donkey, say this in Mr. Hulk Hogan's voice. I can't do a Hulk Hogan impression, so I'm sorry. I love meat in my mouth, brother. The more meat in me, the better. Clank on the meat, brother. I can't do Hulk Hogan. I can do Bernie. Say this in Bernie's voice. I love meat in my mouth, brother. The more meat in me, the better. Clank on the meat, brother. Don't make me do it in the fucking William Shatner voice. I like meat very much. QX Zanzibar, glad to catch you live. Clank, thank you. Mulgera, I'll send you Against the Left by Lou Rockwell when I get paid on the 29th. Webster's Wares, yes, I've shouted you out. Good evening, Clankers. Go Trump. Get your Trump 2024 gear at www.websterswares.com and get free shipping using code STIX at checkout. Styx knives, straws, and hoodies coming soon. Much more to come. Styx page on our site is websterswares.com/Styx-wares. Alexandra Spears, huge Muslim population here in Metro Detroit, probably fed up with Biden and why they're putting flyers on people's windshields. You gotta love it. Yeah, who would have known that the Islamic immigrants would be the ones to take down neoliberalism? Oh, God. Let's see. Ice Pole, boil the frog with your setup. Remember, you didn't need that crap to become popular. A decade fan turned on originally by your success understanding polling and making predictions. Don't turn into legacy media. Oh, I'm not going mainstream. I do want a better audio setup, and it would be nice to have a more focused video, but no, don't worry. I'm not going mainstream anytime soon. Not interested. I have no overhead. I do whatever I want. I eat biltong all day and shit like that and shoot guns and grow things. I'm living the life. This is exactly the life that I wanted. I never expected to attain it, but I drink caffeine all day. 10,000 Red Bulls, you know. Wonder how many energy drinks I've actually drank in my life. Probably about 10,000. That'd be a rough estimate. Alamandoria, Secret Service under Trump gets treated with dignity. Under Biden, dog bites and diaper changes. Yeah. Yeah, we saw that. 24 different dog bites by, what the hell is his bitch's name there? That rasky-ass dog that he's got in the White House. 24 agents and other individuals have been bitten by that dog, half of which had to have medical treatment. The commander. I was wrong. My older brother voted for Haley because she's level-headed, not senile, and not a raging asshole. Well, she's not senile. I wouldn't call her level-headed, though. She wants to start World War III. I prefer Fallout to be a video game as opposed to real life. Inconvenient NPC, Trump 2024. CJ, a clanker, shout out to my wife, watching from home. Shout out to your wife. I'm sure she is lovely. Gristle lumps. Confucius say, man who fall asleep with itchy butt, wake up with smelly finger. Oh, God. Alex Bogey, do you think original plan was to replace Joe in 21? No, I don't think that they're going to replace him in 24 either. That's the insanity of it, because it's crazier to take him out than to keep him in. Taco Woman Sandy Ravage, against the run-of-the-mill, swimming against the stream. Life in 2 dimensions is a mass production scheme. Neil Peart. Helios Ending, I'm not Czech, but it's pronounced Chechnya, not Chechnya. You're asking the wrong person. I'm a Vermonter. You're asking the wrong person to pronounce those. I'll just call it Cheshire, or I don't know. People know what I mean. The Grizzly. Clank from Michigan. What's your over-under on him winning Michigan in 24 against Biden? I'd say 80% chance that Donald Trump wins Michigan at this point. If the election were held today, it'd be 100% chance. But we don't know where the polls will go. Emperor Soft Turtle. I am beginning to lose my mind listening to the cope that Trump primary results are worrying. They are dropping the term shy Biden voter. Yeah, you need about 10 million of them at this point, but yeah, I mean, some of them may exist. Zinc Orby. Sticks, my man. Please shout out my wife, Poonsin Singkinati. She's watching Hinge with me now. Nice. Well, shout out to your wife. I'm sure she's lovely as well. People often shout out like their wives and girlfriends and stuff. Yeah. They're probably all cute too. I mean, if they're clankers, you know, we're a cut above. That's just the way that it works. Gotta stay hydrated. I'm still getting over that cold. I'm still a little bit congested. My apologies. The engaged few, Confucius say, man who not walk sideways into turnstile going to Bangkok. I like that one. Helio is sending, lol, let's try that again. It's pronounced Shekia. I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing that correctly. DMM Forbes, does Trump win Florida easily in the general? Yes, he will win Florida, probably by about 20 points. It won't even be close. It's not a swing state anymore. It's a red state. That's off the table for the Dems. Same with Texas and all these other states they've targeted. By the way, Confucius say to grow 10 pounds of vegetables, one must shovel 100 pounds of shit. Nick M., do you think the 2022 midterms spell trouble for us in 2024? Nope, not at all. By the way, we should be getting results fairly soon. It is now, I guess my computer has the wrong time. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock, so the polls are closed in most of Michigan, except for that peninsular area, where those two individuals that were trans actually got arrested for pedophilia or something like that. Unfortunately, They were followers of mine on Twitter. So that Ashley and War Wallaby on Twitter. And it appears, unfortunately, that they did actually get nailed for that. So I was like, what? What the fuck? What the hell's going on? Couch, shout out to my cat, Bo. My girlfriend freaking hates me. Cats are always relevant. Always choose the cat over anyone. By the way, to your girlfriend, no offense, but cats are important. They're fuzzy. You pet them. They do purry thing and stuff like that. If you're allergic or something, wear a gas mask. Sometimes I put mine on to take care of exactly what I'm having a problem with now. Curse these metal hands. More elfin ship JP Blay metaphors like yesterday, please. I can bring up the elfin ship more often. Let me, before I get into more of these, let's see, do we have any results in? These races are going to be called pretty quickly. Michigan's primary is technically non-binding. It's out of compliance with the Republican National Committee rules. Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Nobody cares. Let's see. The engaged few, Confucius, say there's good reason it is called Bangkok and not Bangkuchi. Todd Smith, when will the demonic leaders of the DNC begin to realize Biden will lose and begin to panic and riot? Oh, they won't riot or anything like that. They'll run him again and they'll try to use the ballot printers. We'll see what happens. Anonymous Offspring, shout out to my guy Jason who wrote Bidenomics on a union flyer at work, Madison, Wisconsin. Oh. That the leftists posted to bitch about wages versus cost of living. Sebastian Monroe, nobody realizes that a jet surges upon 2024. Again, my apologies. I'm still not 100% over my goddamn cold. I'm doing the best that I can. Salte, hey Sticks, imagine Dearborn and Hamtramck, towns with significant Arab populations, turns out for Trump in the GOP ballot while voting uncommitted in the Dem ballot. It's entirely possible, actually. MK Basic, do you think the Krasenstein brothers pokevolved from the Island Boys? Because I do. I don't know. I think they've devolved from something. Heraclius 610. Stancil had a 2+ week-long meltdown after running into Steve Saylor. Stancil, to his credit, does not block due to ideology, and now neo-Nazis meme support his candidacy. Pumpkin Fire Crafts. Evening all. Thanks for the shout-out, Sticks. Yes, new site is now active, and all my Sticks merch is there. The rest moving over, and soon we'll be adding more. Thank you all for your support. Yes, indeed, there's a new website there. I've already shouted out the merch links. You can get all sorts of stuff. Paper is not money. In line J6, the local Virginia woman I had been talking to said to the agent upon reaching the search line, "Can I keep my backpack? I'm embedded." No, I have her picture. That's interesting. You can always DM me on Twitter with juicy tips like that. Mulgera. Screw it. I'm impatient. I sent it. You'll get it on Friday. Let me know when you get it. Absolutely. Thank you very much. So yeah, we're just waiting for the results here. They're going to call the race probably very quickly. Moonlight Girl. Confucius say, man who have hole in pocket feel cocky all day. Confucius say, man who fly upside down have nasty crack up. Here's a couple for you, Sticks. Let's see. They should be getting the preliminary results in at any moment. Unless I'm wrong. It was 8 o'clock, right? Let me check this. Primary results time. I thought it was 8 Eastern that the oh shit, I hope it wasn't 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, so most of them use Eastern time. So they should be closing effectively now. Has anyone called the race already? I'm going to live chat there. Not calling it until 9 p.m. Eastern. I was told that a lot of the counties used Eastern, EST. Peace sauce. I'm a bit surprised by the lack of talk about Minnesota 2024. RCP has Biden up by just 2.6. I've lived here my whole life, and there's a lot of love for Trump. Thoughts on Montana? Minnesota for Trump. I think it's a long shot, but possible. Space Ghost 80, Sticks, give your balls a tug. You know, you do that once in a while. Ice Poll, unrelated, but BitChute is amazing. The app BitSlide has all the features you have to pay for on YouTube with no ads. How do they do it? I don't know. I'm just waiting for live streaming there. Jake Martin, Stick, shout out to my favorite tuber, please. Tarl Warwick. I was told that the voting ended effectively, and the exit poll should be out around 8 Eastern time. Daytime gaming. I would love to run as a MAGA Republican down here in the villages in Florida, but I'm afraid they won't vote for me because I'm an atheist. Well, just don't tell them you're an atheist. You know, just say, yeah, I have no problem with Jesus. You know, just sing Jesus is just all right with me or something like that. They'll eat it up. I could have sworn it was 8 Eastern. No call until 9 p.m. Now, no, some of the counties go an hour later, but a lot of them are on Eastern time. Most of Michigan is on Eastern time. So, dem results filtering in. Okay, I will be monitoring that, but I'm still going to pay attention to Super Chats too. So no worries. We will get to it. I'll stay on here and we'll look at the differential and shit like that. Fuck this shit. Matakoyo, Confucius says, man who stand on toilet high on pot. The commander, 16 delegates are being won with this race. This is a whole state primary. Representatives from the 13 districts vote in the caucus for 36 delegates. The caucus location is unknown because we have 2 people claiming to be chairman. Yeah, Michigan is a little bit messy this year. Diarrhea Chopper, fantastic. Thanks for everything, mate. Thank you too. Kratos XXX, broken means ballot printers broke. Not a big surprise if that happens. Aaron Flores, hi Tarl, come be the sheriff here in Latah County, Idaho. If I want to write an election for sheriff or mayor or something in some small town, wherever in the United States, I would be really tempted to take the position. It'd be hilarious. Moonlight Girl, Confucius. I already did that one. You don't get an extra read. Space Ghost 80 Sticks. I read that one too. Why the hell did this jump up? What do fuck? New York Times has 4% in with Biden at 90% and 5% for uncommitted. Oh boy, if it ends up being 5%, that is a stunning rebuke because I think that would be a record high for the uncommitted margin. We are getting some results in. Yes, indeed. For the GOP race, Trump currently at 10,950 votes. Nikki Haley at 8,011. A margin of about 15%. That will grow, by the way. Trump will come in well ahead of that. For the Dem race, Biden, 88.2%. Uncommitted currently at 7.3%. If it gets up towards 10%, that's going to be a real goddamn big problem for Joe Biden. Let me minimize myself here. That way you can actually see the Dem ballots. Results are coming in at this time. Alex Bogey, Haley has not lost in 1 minute. Catching, lol. Yeah, I know. She's really going to win the race. My apologies. Again, I'm still a little bit sick. Balcony seats. I am in Michigan. 90% of Michigan is in Eastern Standard Time. The Upper Peninsula has some central time zones. Randall, shout out to Darkside Phil. Sticks, can you say, Phil, stop wasting money on WWE champions. Stop it, Phil. And Beans, 199. Thank you. No comment. Ice Poll. The results are late. More caffeine needed. Coming in now really, really quickly. Pigar, they use honk honk time for elections. Forvid, say hello to my wife Evangelina, please. Hello, Evangelina. You lovely lady, as usual. All clanker wives and girlfriends are lovely. Let's see. Illustrator, is Tarl short for something, or is that the full name? That's my full name. I am Tarl Warwick. Tarl Edward Warwick, specifically. That is my actual birth name. Some people don't believe that. some reason, some people thought I was Tyler for some time. I've been mistaken for Terry and Terrell and Charles at one point by one individual who was a little bit nuts. I don't know exactly why. Intrinsic, you might want to find a dedicated mod for your chat sticks. Nope. I don't moderate it at all. People can say whatever the fuck they want in my chat. I don't give a shit. If they break the rules, YouTube can take care of it. It's not my fucking problem. I don't care if you say cunt in my chat. Go ahead. I don't believe in moderation. I believe in fucking free speech. As in, I can say I want to fuck, and nobody can do anything about it. Vagina. You know? Cunt. Penis. Bastard. Whore. I love it. Yeah, go ahead and if you want to talk about Jews in the chat, you can do that too. I don't give a shit. Jews, Muslims, white people. You can call me a honky. You can call me whatever you want. You can spread rumors about me and do whatever you want. I don't give a shit. I'm not paid enough to moderate my chat. This is a free speech zone. You still have to deal with like YouTube and or Rumble TOS, but you don't have to deal with me, and I'll never report you for anything that you say. And I openly encourage my fans and my audience, don't report anyone for what they say in chat under any circumstances, unless it's something like they're linking to illicit material or something like that. Unless they're trying to scam people or link to something illegal, don't report anyone. Let them say what they want. I don't give a damn. That's the internet I'm used to. I got nice thick skin with regards to that. You will never be reported by me. Helios Ending, did your parents misspell Carl or what? Yeah, I guess so. It's they wear glasses. Maybe their prescription wasn't quite up to par at the time. Ice Pole, Edward. Yes, Tarl Edward Warwick. That is my full given name. I normally just use Tarl Warwick, on the books and stuff like that. Atomic Force Gaming. When you're walking down the hall and you feel something fall, diarrhea. When you're climbing up a ladder and you feel something splatter, diarrhea. Stephen Dollar. I had a dream about you. We were hanging out looking at funny YouTube vids and talking to family members coming in and out of your house. They all looked like you, lol. My vision was being live streamed too, like an MTV crib show. Sounds like a fun fucking dream. Ballcraft, Jeb wins. Sticks Fumo when? Never. Yeah, Jeb out of nowhere. Alan Smithy, my New Year's resolution is to pronounce everything that ends in LES like Greek. Heracles, Testicles. The commander, Oakland County, 5939, Trump and Haley. Not good for her. Yeah, she's gonna suffer tonight, but she's gonna be too dumb to drop out. She's gonna keep going. I don't know. Nikki Haley is just nuts at this point. Mike the Wapo, oh, amulet sounds silly, like fanny pack. No, amulets are cool. They're certified cool. Alex Glams, freshly printed dollars for your slush fund. Thank you very much. Mulgera, cream demon is the best slur against white people. No, I think that is a slur against Nikki Haley, actually. Yeah, I'm not going to mod my chat. Fuck that shit. Steven Nizek. Netflix is coming out with a 6-hexanammer biopic starring Chris Rock. Yeah. All right, let me check these results. We have, with 5.6% in, Biden is at 83.7%. Uncommitted is over 10%. By God, if that goddamn margin remains similar, he is fucked. They were hoping to get it to 5%. 11.4% uncommitted. I guess that the no labelers and the Gaza voters are really going to screw Biden in the ass at this point. And by the way, that's not high turnout either. When the GOP, you get a lot more, I think. Trump is at 54.7%. Haley is a little bit below 40%. Again, that's probably going to widen in Trump's favor. So we've got the Michigan GOP results. We know that Trump will win. We're just looking at the margin. Oh, yeah, just now Trump's 63 versus 32. That's pretty good. Uncommitted, 2.1%. So to be clear, on the GOP side, you have a 2.1% uncommitted vote. On the Dem side, you have 11.4%. with a person who is effectively running unopposed. Well, what does that tell you? There are a lot of people who really fucking hate Joe Biden. Thank you to any clankers, by the way, who took a Dem ballot and voted for uncommitted, because this is going to be a fun time. We'll probably go for another 10 minutes or so. We'll wait till some more results filter in. I might take a very brief break here at some point in the next minute or two, but there are more super chats. I'm having fun. I can go all night. I'm sure some people would enjoy that. The Dirty Straw says hi. Well, hello. Alex Bogey in 90s in Siberian governor race uncommitted won. Interesting. Mountain Man, look at Trigicon MRO for red dot sight for AR. I think I want to get flip down iron sights. The ones that you can fold down and then pop back up. I think I want iron sights. I'm not a huge fan of anything else. I like iron sights. The Commander, the Upper Peninsula keeps trying to defect to Wisconsin. They have 3 of 110 state reps and 1 of 38 senators. We aren't letting the copper or iron go. Isn't there a copper mine? I read about this years ago. Wasn't there a copper mine some years ago that has huge blobs of copper? Like we're talking like 2,000-pound blobs of copper. But they abandoned it because they figured it wasn't cost effective to even extract it to the surface. Wasn't that in Michigan? I know I read about that in a Grolier card, actually, I think, years ago. I used to subscribe to that. I had like minerals and stuff like that, and archaeology, even some biology. And I can't remember. I think that was in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan. It was a copper mine. There was too much copper. They couldn't even extract it all. It was too deep. Simple Logic 90. Gary Senzi's son died today at 33. Sad day indeed. He has done more for vets than the VA ever could. Hopefully he is able to get through this hard time. Yeah, rest in peace. That's sad. Curse these metal hands. You've been to Warwick, UK? Cool country and county and bona fide castle. I've seen of it, but I've never been to the UK and probably never will. The Gen X Gamer. Prediction on impact of third parties on the general as a percent of the total. I'm guessing the Libertarians will get their 2%, the others including Kennedy. I think 5% total. And mainly detriment to Biden, which probably makes the Democrats really, really upset. Mr. Clean, staying uncommitted from Nikki Haley. Vote clean, vote strong, Trump 2024. God, I wish I wasn't still stuffed up a bit. Conehead the Barbarian. Yo, Sticks, you don't think that you need to moderate your chat so anyone can chat anything completely blasphemous like well done steak and pineapple on pizza? Take that. Wahaha. Yeah, no, if you think pineapple doesn't go on pizza, that's fine. I believe that it does. And I think it's delicious. If it's the rings, what you do is you take the thin sliced rings and then you slice them again to make them extra thin. Then you pat them dry with a paper towel before putting them on. Don't use pineapple chunks. Please don't do that. That's a big fucking problem. Don, would you rather sit and watch a tree grow or a knee grow? I don't think I can answer that on a YouTube live stream. Ice Pole, my name is Sticks Hexenhammer, and I would like to set the record straight on the shape of the Earth. It's flat. Buck Konishi, what percent of Haley voters do you think are Dems? I would say 1 in 5. But about 20%, I would say at this point. Let me check this. Okay. We have currently 8.2% in on the Dem ballot. Biden is under 80%, and the uncommitted's now at 15 goddamn percent. If that remains the same, oh boy, is that going to be the news of the goddamn day? And I'm going to love every goddamn minute of it tomorrow because I think that would be a historically large margin. Meanwhile, in the GOP, the uncommitteds are only at 2%. Donald Trump is crushing Nikki Haley by more than 30 points, which was obvious. We knew that that was going to happen. What a nice night. How lovely. I'm having a good time. Aren't you? Nikki Haley gets humiliated. We knew that would happen, but, you know, it's nice to see it anyway. Donald Trump is crushing her. And Joe Biden is really, really at risk right now for getting a real ass kicking. He needs to come in above 80% in order. He's not running against anyone. He literally has no opponent. Dean Phillips, Williamson's not even in the race. Somehow she's polling the same as Dean Phillips. So I don't know exactly why. But anyway, they're non-entities. The uncommitted voters, above 15% in a race where there's nobody running against you, and you're the incumbent sitting president of the United States in what supposedly is a blue state. Yeah, there's no weakness there whatsoever. Anyway, the race has been called. Everyone knew, but I mean, you didn't even need to wait till the race was called. We knew that Trump would win. We knew that Nikki Haley would lose. We knew that Biden would win. Mulgera, who do you think was the worst president in America's history? Woodrow Wilson has that distinct honor or dishonor, I guess. He was very bad, along with Buchanan and a few others. Honestly, and I know I have recency bias, so far I'd say Joe Biden. I would say Joe Biden, he has accomplished literally nothing. He's wrecked the economy. He's prevailed over numerous foreign policy problems, numerous domestic policy problems. At the very least, under Woodrow Wilson, you didn't have a border crisis, now did you? Under Buchanan, you didn't have a border crisis. Well, I mean, we're robbing millions of people of housing, of jobs, of stability, et cetera, et cetera. I would say that Joe Biden, and I made a Substack on this last year, I held off for a long time. People were saying, well, he's the worst president in U.S. history. I'm like, no, give it time. We've got to wait to judge him. After 2 years, though, I said, yes, indeed. He is the worst president that we've ever suffered under. He is the most inept. And that's why political scientists put him up in the top 20, because they don't know what they're talking about. But then again, FDR, the dude that took a bunch of people based on their ethnicity through no fault of their own, they committed no crime, did nothing wrong, and tossed them in concentration camps. He's usually number one on their list. Along with the dude who suspended habeas corpus and jailed an entire state legislature simply because of slavery. Well, yeah. Yeah, so Donald Trump has won. I mean, he won before the race even started. On the Dem side, though, boy, it's the uncommitted vote is awfully large, historically speaking. They were hoping for 5%, just to be clear. They've got 15% right now. This is more. I expected 10. If this margin remains the same, holy shit. But Biden has been, declared the winner. It was clear that he was going to win. Bulldozer 74. Biden has accomplished a lot. Everything you said he's done so far is what he actually wants. Well, what the establishment wants. Agreed. By the way, please send no more super chats. We'll go on for a short time here, but I do want to cut it off at 55 minutes or thereabouts. John Engman. Kirk did a piece on Haley running no matter. Label. Thoughts. Love your work. Yeah, the no label idea for Haley, she might. Yeah, she might be a no labeler. I don't know. Gerald Coleman. Sticks. Check out Knight's Armament for the best flip-up iron sights, if that's going to be your primary sights. Yeah. I'd like flip-up sights, I think. I know a lot of people said red dot, but other people said holographic. Some people said, the scope here. And so I'm like, okay, there's too many suggestions. I've got to choose something at some point, and I prefer iron sights. Ice Pole. I think he meant riggers. Yeah, I know. Lime in a microwave. Viva el Trompo. Andrew Von Halen. How would you buy Bitcoin? Well, I have bought crypto before by Coinbase. But mainly I've received it as donations. By the way, links in the description. If you want to donate to Bitcoin or any other crypto that's linked there to me, you can as a form of donation. Rusty Shackelford. Marxists aren't people for practical purposes. Yes, that's why we give them free helicopter rides. Forvids, ever poop your pants as an adult? Only once. That was when I was down in Texas. There was this nut or something. It was sold in the HEB. And I was warned that it was laxative, but I wanted to try it. And I figured, okay, if I take just one little sliver, like, the size of under my fingernail, and it's not going to do anything, I can taste it and it won't do anything. It did something. And yeah, I shit my pants and it was blasting out like liquid. It was terrible. And, at the time, the people down there thought it was hilarious. Jesse Kane sent €1. No comment. Thank you. Ted, clank on, my dude. Been watching you for years. Thank you very much for your patronage. Armored 21st. It was an unseasonably nice day in Michigan today. Shorts and t-shirt weather. Hell, I was shirtless outside charcoaling. The election results are the icing on the nice day cake. The Commander, Washtenaw County, U of M, Ann Arbor, 25% uncommitted. Yeah, it's 16% over here on the official results statewide. That is not good for Joe Biden. In fact, it's goddamn fucking dire. The Copper Owl. I heard copper. Am I needed? I'll do it for Nerf. Again, please send no more super chats because I need to check up on those results in a minute. Nighthawk 2174. For Biden and the uncommitted vote, Dearborn isn't in yet. He has a major base issue here in Michigan, meaning Trump means one more state, just one. I think Trump will get Michigan. I don't think that's at this point terribly in question. But Konishi, no super chats? I'm going to super chat even harder. Mulgera, I'd put Biden at fourth worst. My top four horrible presidents goes Wilson, Lincoln, FDR, then Biden. FDR is definitely up there along with Wilson. Lincoln was a bad president in many ways, but at the same time, he was like a sign of the times. And I wouldn't put him in the top five worst. I would just say there were some systemic issues with him. Yeah, FDR, competitive with Biden. I don't understand why political scientists can say that somebody who put hundreds of thousands of U.S. citizens and residents, lawful individuals, in concentration camps in direct contravention of the law, suspended their rights, and et cetera, can possibly be a great president. I don't understand, and prolong the Depression with his bullshit, his bullshit plethora of judiciary stacking. Like what they claim that Trump is doing, stacking the SCOTUS. FDR actually did that. It's just that they agreed with the policies. And he happened to reign over the country during World War II. And so World War II was decidedly in the West's favor. So that's why they remember him as a great president. But he didn't have anything to do with that. The generals did. If anything, you should give credit to Patton. But Patton happened to die in an automobile accident not long after the war. And it was real mysterious now, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a total coincidence, by the way. It wasn't that he wanted to run for office Dwight Eisenhower style, might have formed opposition against him and wanted to take the West in a little bit of a different direction and fight the Soviets instead of letting them develop nuclear weapons. Patton was assassinated. He was the best president that we never had, unfortunately. I would have voted for him in a fucking heartbeat. Ice Pole, please send more super chats. No, please don't. Yeah, Eisenhower was a good president, but we could have gone in another direction. The Soviets were badly defeated. They had lost a shit ton of manpower fighting the Nazis. They had no capability of fighting back against us. They had no atomic weapons. We could have firebombed Moscow. We could have beaten the shit out of them. Wouldn't have taken much effort. Who cares if Stalin also had A-bomb plans? He didn't have a working prototype. We could have spent a year running roughshod over everything in Russia. There never would have been a Cold War. We could have firebombed them into submission. There never would have been a Cold War. Millions and millions of lives would have been saved. Then we roll into China. Patton would have been a great president. Probably the best that the United States, unfortunately, never had. They killed him. Absolutely, they killed him. They killed him because they wanted the Cold War so that they could do their arms race bullshit. Cohen had the Barbarian. Sticks, your new AR looks identical to one of mine. I have a set of flip-ups and a Sig Romeo green dot. I would recommend the same for you or anyone. One last check over here. Biden is struggling to hit 80% against literally no one. He's having a Nikki Haley moment, and that's with about 10% of the vote in, so it'll fluctuate. But we're waiting for some of the Dearborn area. We're waiting for that to come in. I have a goddamn feeling Biden's not going to have a good night. The Democrats definitely did not want to see this result. This is exactly what I wanted to see, though. Hell, it's better than my expectations. I would have been pleased with 10%. Yeah, it's 16% uncommitted with almost 10% of the vote in against Biden. Let's see the GOP side. Yes, and Trump is riding at 64 versus about 32 for Nikki Haley with only about 2% uncommitted. There's going to be some people. He's riding a little bit below, but I believe in those outland areas that are still to come in, he's going to pick up a lot more votes. So he'll probably hit the magic 70 or thereabouts. Upper 60s, that's fine. It doesn't matter. So Trump has won. I called the race for him, but I called that earlier. Actually, I called the race for him before Iowa voted, but, I'm just saying. Nikki Haley's lost, probably by 30, 40 points. And Joe Biden has won, but he's facing stiff competition from uncommitted voters. I can't wait to see the margin in the morning. This will be goddamn hilarious. But yes, please send no more super chats. I'm going to, I think there's, oh, there are no more. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to go off now. I apologize for the glitch earlier. I have no clue what happened, but I do have to go offline. I got to eat at some point and do a few other things. And then I got to pass out because, I got to sleep at some point. It's 8:30 or, God, my computer never says the right time. Yeah, it's 8:31. So, yeah, Trump wins and Biden wins, but Biden having more competition almost than Donald Trump from literally nobody, which is exactly what we expected. And it's better than I expected. The margin is higher. Again, let me go back to that one more time. Uncommitted on the Dem side, 16% of the vote. He is having a Nikki Haley level problem. Like Nikki Haley, when she was in Nevada, you remember she lost to none of the above, none of these candidates. Well, Biden's not going to lose to them, but he is facing some stiff goddamn competition. I have a feeling that in these outland areas, there'll be more votes, by the way, for uncommitted. You might hit 20. It'll be between probably 15 and 20 in the end. That's 3 times what they were wanting. It's more than I expected. I expected 10. This is going to be great. So, yeah, if you take a drink every time Joe Biden fucking says something loser-like, then you will probably die. So please don't do that drinking game. Adam M sends a peace out symbol. And Kevin R, hey, Sticks, since you like South African meat, you should try Border Wars sometime. It's also available at Anton's. I plan to travel there sometime this summer and pick some up. Yeah, I can't. I think he did send me sausages. Is that the round sausage? I think he sent me some of them. They were lovely. Everything Anton sent has been great. Yes, please do not shit yourself. Again, there are links in the description to 5 different merch partners that we have. There's also links to my books, blogs, etc. I would have pinned it at the top, but I had to redo the stream, so I'm like, fuck. I'm not even going to bother. Unfortunately, if that main stream had been up, twice as many people would probably be watching right now. Anyway, to the over 6,000 people watching anyway, after my technical glitch, I appreciate you. It's not like I don't appreciate you, like that Mike Pence meme there with that Nazi kid, supposedly with the Jewish professor that claimed that he was making Hitler memes about him. We're still not 100% sure what happened with that. But yes, indeed, one last check. Yeah, Joe Biden is struggling right now. Donald Trump, meanwhile, he's way out ahead. He doesn't give a fuck. We knew that he'd win. Looks like, let's see. That's about 100. Yeah. Turnout for the Republicans is far higher than for the Democrats, too. Like, we're talking like 30,000 votes ahead or something like that. Already with only like 10% in. So in the morning, I'll probably do a recap or something like that. And again, thank you all for coming for this live stream. Glitchy as though it was early on. My apologies again. And yeah, take care. I will be live again tomorrow at my normal time. We will go live on Super Tuesday as well when that happens. And also, I will be debating on Break the Rules podcast in 2 days. So keep that in mind. That's about all. Peace out.